So, fraud in UK universities is out of control. What's going on? The government has recently announced crackdowns on franchised universities. What on earth are franchised universities? In the 2022-2023 academic year, over £4.1 million was identified by the student loans company as fraud. What is going on? How is this happening? Keep watching the video to find out, my people. And give the video a like. Come on, give the video a like. It doesn't take any time. I know you want to do it. Just don't be lazy. Just click like right now and then we can proceed. So essentially what is going on is, you know what? We're going to look at this article on the UK Parliament website that was made in April 2024, basically a year ago from now. A lack of government oversight has left the student finance system open to exploitation from systematic and organized fraud and abuse. In a report published today, the Public Accounts Committee, PAC, warns of a lack of oversight of franchise providers, institutions providing courses on behalf of universities as a part of a commercial partnership or a franchise. Just to show you guys what I'm talking about, look, as you can see, they've got loads of adverts for these things. Look at this, King's College London Business Management course. All right, let's click on that. No, not that one. Look, the Open University, no entry requirements. That means they take anybody. There's no entry requirements, bro. They'll give you a degree in business management economics. All right. Now, if we go here to funding your studies, how much will it cost? And as you can see here, guys, they push you to go through student loans company pretty much. Even if we go here, another one, Oxford Elite Academy. If we go down to partner universities, who have they partnered with? Widener University, Walsh University. Never heard of these universities, but hey, let's check it. Right, Widener University is a university in Pennsylvania, and Walsh University is in Ohio. Interesting. So guys, pretty much what's going on here is it's in the name. The big universities are franchising their name to colleges. Usually it's colleges that these courses take place in, or sometimes they're fully online, yeah? And guys, you'd actually be shocked at how easy it is to start up your own institution and attain a franchise agreement from a university. All you've got to do is set up a limited company, get some offices, and set up a website with courses on there. Then you've obviously got to hire some teachers, you know, make sure you have qualified teachers there. Then after all that's sorted, you find a university that you want to partner with in a franchise agreement. And universities are very open to this because universities love money, you know. Universities are businesses at the end of the day. I ever managed to find the franchise guidelines for a university in Wales, Bangor University. I looked it up, the research university, and it's about 40 pages. You guys can go see it. It's literally publicly available online. And as long as you follow all of these guidelines, or you show them that you can follow all of these guidelines, and I doubt they're doing stringent checks, you know, then you can partner up with the university, and the university is already able to accept student finance. And this is the start of the Ponzi scheme. I think this is a Ponzi scheme currently ongoing, but also in the making, and I'll explain later on in the video. Because the main campus, you know, the main university is targeting people who have done their A-levels and, you know, are on the pathway to go to university anyway. But what these franchises allow them to do is let somebody else do the recruiting for them while they don't have any responsibility. They have some responsibility, but not enough. And the government acknowledges that. The franchises of these universities are not held to the same standard as the main university. A lot of them don't even have to register with the regulator. And it says that universities will commonly take between 30 and 40% of the course fees that the franchises take. And universities are huge, like Oxford and Cambridge, between them are worth billions. And they fuel a lot of the country's innovation and development. So they have a lot of leverage in the country. And as somebody whose first year of university was in COVID, I will tell you, online education is nothing compared to a real life education. Trust me, guys. I didn't even get to do my A-levels in person, bro. I spent the whole of my first year of uni during COVID, bro. Because of what I used to do before, I was traveling a lot of the time. I tell you guys, like, traveling during COVID, there will never be a time better in history than to travel during COVID. I'm telling you. Like, yeah, when I went to most countries, like, everybody's in COVID mode except me. But how did I get into the countries? I just used fake documents, and I don't care. I'm going to tell you guys I did. Flights were cheap. Hotels were free, pretty much, all over Europe. Bruv. I toured the whole of Europe during COVID, and it barely cost me a thing. It was honestly, it was amazing. I'm glad I did it. I don't regret it one bit. Because even in my uni accommodation on my first year, I had to sneak girls up into my uni accommodation room because you weren't allowed to bring guests in there because of COVID restrictions. I just thought that was ridiculous at the time. And I still do. I think it's ridiculous. So I'm allowed to be in my car with her for however long, but I can't bring her straight up to my room that I'm paying you rent for. It just didn't make any sense. But for those of you guys that don't know, if you've never been to university before, then you can sign up to one of these courses and you will be approved for student loan. Now, for some reason, university fees are over $9,000 now per person. For international students, it's usually £27,000. It's ridiculous. But the main unis are taking advantage of this by franchising because these colleges don't have to follow as much regulations. And what the government is now proposing to change is to force large franchises to have to register with the Office for Students, or the abbreviation OFS. OFS was established in 2018, and their job is to make sure that unis deliver just give you a proper education, you know what I mean? And a lot of these franchised universities, they're shams. They're being sponsored by freaking universities from America, like I just showed you even. They're shams. And this is a widely known sham. Everybody knows this, okay? A lot of people know this. Like one of my guys, I've actually got an anecdote for this one as well, which is happening right now, which is so funny. But one of my guys signed up to uni in September, you know, the start of the last academic year. Says it's uni, but it's, you know, a franchise. It's a college. He goes to a college and is doing a uni course in college. And that college is paying him £500 for every single person that he is able to get to sign up to the college. He literally gets a £500 referral for referring people to sign up to university. Now, these are predatory practices, okay? He's been getting paid, and he's actually been getting paid. He's actually been making money. And do you know how he sells it to people? He goes to people who he knows have no intention of, like, you know, paying that loan back. He basically goes to people and says, yo, you might as well do this uni thing and you'll just get a maintenance payment. Now, I'm not sure if it's still the same as an adult, but when I went to university, like, it depended on how much your parents were earning combined. I didn't get a lot. There were some people who literally got 13 grand, bro. I'm like, bruv, what? Like, man didn't even get close to that, bro. If you guys could give this video a like, it'd be very much appreciated. It takes no time, costs nothing. If you're enjoying, you know, let's not be lazy. Let's get that done. Like the video. Thank you. Please do it now. Cheers. Thank you, mate. Cheers, mate. People end up taking the offer. Now, what unis registered with the OFS at least will do is track your attendance. Because for my guy, they withhold his referral payment until they've, you know, showed consistent attendance for a month or two. But he has shown me that he's still getting paid even though people aren't going there. And they make the claim that a lot of these franchise universities that aren't registered with the OFS are falsifying attendance records, which I can vouch that I think it's true. And a lot of them just don't give you a proper education. I mean, honestly, what do you expect, you know? I mean, I remember when I was figuring out whether to go uni or not, you know, my parents just said, go to uni. You know how that mentality is. They're just like gonna say, go to uni, go to uni. And do I regret going to uni? Nah, I don't really regret it. I just think it, I mean, I'm not gonna say I regret it, but I mean, do I think it was necessary? No. Because the reason I think the way I think and I am the way I am is because during my time at uni, when I should have been sitting in these boring ass lectures, freaking learning econometrics, like that's the hardest thing I've ever done, econometrics. That's the one subject that took me the longest to wrap my head around, and I still don't think I've even got my head around that. It was ridiculous. Instead of doing that, bro, I was traveling all around the world, going to different countries, experiencing different cultures, literally just living, bro. That's why I say traveling's so important, man. But it's not like I wasn't doing the work, you know. I'd go into the portal and I'd check some lectures, you know, I'd see what it's saying, but I wasn't really doing much. I just used to come in for exams and do coursework. And a couple of people got kicked out for their attendance being bad, but I didn't get kicked out. And people are gonna ask me what uni I went to. Guys, if you know what I was doing in the past, you know, like, and the things that have happened and the things that I've said about uni, bruv, I can never give these lot clues. Because if I say what uni it is, I'm hearing unis are taking away people's degrees. So I can't even say that. All I'm gonna say is it's a Russell Group uni, innit? But in 2012, the Conservative government increased uni fees from £3,000 to £9,000. Like, how mad is that, bro? It's like, what? They just did that. Like, how do you even triple the, what? And because since 2012, wages have not moved anywhere close to inflation, a lot of people have just given up on their student loans, and people just see it as something they're never going to pay back. People just see it as a tax they're going to pay for 30 years because they write it off after 30 years. But they're trying to stop that from happening. And you only start paying back the student loan when you're earning, I think it's just over 27 grand. Yeah, they take 9% of everything you earn over 27 grand. And guys, you want to know what makes it worse? Yeah, that's only if you're employed under payee. It comes out of your pay slip, bro. You don't even see that money, bro. It's out before, it doesn't even touch your bank account. If you start your own company or you work as someone who's self-employed, you ain't got to pay that. And it's legal. You don't have to pay it back. It's completely legal. So now that I've told you guys all of that, do you see why we've got the problem that we have right now? Because I'm sure there's way more that they ain't discovered yet. Way more. I'm convinced there's at least something like £50 million worth of fraud going on in this thing. 100%. At least. But the real issue is that it's a win-win-win for everybody involved. It's a complete triple win for everybody involved. It's mad. The university franchising itself. They're getting money. They're getting their name out there for doing pretty much nothing, and their hands are clean of it. They wipe their hands clean of it. Anything happens, their hands are clean because there's no regulations that hold them responsible. That's what the government's trying to change. But they are not held responsible for what's going on this thing. They'll just be able to say, oh, this is just one of our franchises, man. What the hell? Yeah, they just pay us just pay us like what, $4,000 a student every year. What's going on with them? Oh yeah, nah, that's their problem. We didn't know that was going on. Then you've got the colleges, the people putting on these courses. Money ain't a problem because everybody who hasn't done a uni course before is entitled to student loan funding, to SLC. So they just got to be good salespeople. They've just got to sell it to you. It's kind of running like a little Ponzi scheme right now. They get students in and they get students to recruit other people for a cut as well. It's like a Ponzi scheme they're building up right now. So they win, and then the students, everybody sees most people see student loan as something they're never going to pay back anyway. Even if they tried to, they would never be able to. I don't even think I don't remember the last time I've checked mine. Like, I saw it and I thought, what on earth is this, bro? Like, I'm like, cool, whatever. If I can avoid paying that back, I will. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I looked at that balance, I saw the balance on the student loan website, and that's when I said, I'm never gonna earn over 27 grand in my life on paper, ever. I will never be paid more than 27 grand in my life, okay? So because most people have that outlook on student loans, the people signing up to it just see it as free money. And if they stick to it, yeah, they get a qualification. You know, that's something to put on their CV. That's something that can help them out. That's something that could help them out abroad. Nobody loses here except the student loans company. That's why they need to shut this down ASAP, because it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse if they don't shut it down, because it's a win-win-win situation. Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson said, "We are committed to cracking down on rogue operators who misuse public money and damage the reputation of our world-class universities. Franchising can be a valuable tool to widen access to higher education, and these proposals will ensure students can trust the quality of their courses no matter where or how they choose to study. The credibility of our universities is at stake, but these proposals seek to protect students and safeguard taxpayers' money as part of our work to drive growth through our plan for change. Universities recognize the importance of maintaining the UK's strong reputation for quality in higher education, and franchise partnerships are no exception." Baroness Jackie Smith, University Skills and Apprenticeship Minister. Bro, what are these job titles? Whilst there are many good examples of franchise provision being used to expand access to participation, okay, you're just waffling now. Students make a significant investment in higher education, and they deserve to have confidence that in return will receive excellent teaching, strong support, and value for money. Taxpayers too deserve to know that public money invested in student loans to help students access higher education is properly protected from fraud and misuse. New regulations could come into effect as soon as spring next year, depending on the outcome of the consultation, which is open until April 4th. And that's true. The way the government's looking at it is like, yo, you lot are just teeth in our money. I find it interesting how the government views it as, you know, taxpayers' money being thrown away, because these are loans that people are responsible to pay back. So you guys blatantly admitting that nobody's going to be able to pay these back realistically? Are they blatantly admitting that? I think they just have. Bro, is the sun coming down? Why is I'm just looking at my thing. Why am I orange, bro? It's orange, bro. What is going on? Like a tinge. And again, they're right. It does make UK universities look bad. I'm reading a stat that says 51% of UK adults aged between 25 and 64 have completed higher education after college. And my mum has told me that back in her day in school, they didn't really encourage people to go uni, but it was there. And it was free. It was free. That's what gets on my nerves. It was free. It was free, bruv. It was free. But when I was in school, they were really pushing everybody to go university, you know, everybody, bro. Like, even people who weren't academically that good, you know what I mean? Like, they would encourage them to go to university. I'll tell you guys this, yeah. This is when I had second thoughts about university, yeah. I'm not going to say specifics, but there's a bunch of people who I heard have gone to uni. I don't think they finished it. I think they ended up dropping out, most of them. But when I heard these lot were going uni, I thought, yo, this is dead. This is dead. Like, genuinely, I thought uni was like, you know, there was certain standards to get into it. But when I heard a lot of these men were going uni, I'm like, yeah, nah, this is a joke thing. It's a joke thing. Because the way I see things in life, bro, if everybody else is doing it, if it's easy to attain, bro, it's not that valuable. And it seemed like every Tom, Dick, and Harry was going to uni at this point. And I felt like I was wasting my time. I'm like, nah, this is dead. I thought, nah, this isn't going to give me an edge. This isn't going to give me any sort of advantage if everybody is doing this thing. And to be fair, the majority of them didn't finish, and I finished, luckily. But that's where I started having second thoughts about it. And I remember one of the like few lectures I went to, I think I only saw this lecturer one time. And you know what I remember? I remember why I never got kicked out of uni as well. Because they used to pass around like a register for you to tick your name off in it in some of the classes. In a lot of the classes, they used to do that, yeah? And there was this girl, I forget her name. I actually cannot remember her name. But she would go into every single lecture and I was cool with her. We were cool. She told me that whenever she had the chance, whenever paper would come around, she would tick my name on or write my name down that I was in the lecture. And it's mad how I cannot remember her name, but but I actually owe her a degree. Like, Live-O. I can't believe I don't remember her name, but yeah, that's why. That's the main reason why. But a lecturer was talking about some research they were doing and how their research got published in some journal, something like they were talking about. And I said to her, I was like, look, if she's doing all that, why is she wasting her time being here going through slides for us? And then she said it's because the university funds her research. And that's when it clicked. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it is. And it made so much sense when she said it. It's like it all clicked in my head, like, okay. A lot of the times lecturers ain't really focused on teaching you. Them teaching you, them having a lecture with you once a week is a part of their agreement with the university, so the university funds their research. Like, you lot might have thought unis just made money off tuition fees. Nah, mate, nah. Unis receive donations. Oftentimes, unis will have endowments of like over £100 million. I'm even seeing here, Oxford University has an endowment of £6 billion. Cambridge has an endowment of £4 billion plus. Not really surprising there, because they are two of the top universities on the whole planet Earth. But universities will invest in lecturers' research, especially science, you know, other things, but I was studying economics. And whatever the outcome of that research is, you know, the university gets a cut of it, gets to put their name on it, lecturer gets their research published. It is a win-win for the both of them. I mean, Oxford University developed a freaking vaccine. They developed a freaking COVID vaccine, which I'm sure, I mean, you know, I can't even talk about that stuff on YouTube, but I'm sure they developed a vaccine. So universities are big business in this country. They're huge business. So I don't think the government really has an issue with money being funneled into universities anyway, because they more than make up for it. But I think the truth is that uni degrees are not worthless unless you go to a Russell Group uni, I'd say, unless you're studying to be a freaking doctor or a lawyer, or you want to become a chartered accountant. And being a chartered accountant sounds like the most boring job on the planet. I don't think it's really that worth it, bro. If I went back to when my mother was in school and I got an economics degree at one of the top unis in the UK, bruv, then yes, bruv, like, man, I would actually be probably making over $1 million a year right now. But now you even got people from the top universities, you know, because these unis are pumping out graduates every single year, and the job market's getting smaller and tighter and tighter and tighter, and wages are going like this, bruv. They're just coasting along. They ain't going up. Even people who've gone to schools like LSE, Oxford, Cambridge, bro, unless they're top of like their thing, like, they're not, it's not easy for them to find jobs either. And when I say not easy for them to find jobs, not easy for them to find jobs at the level that they would want to, and even in general, to be honest. But people will tell you stuff like, I laugh when I hear this. Oh, Jeff Bezos, I think it's him, never went to university. You don't need to go to university, bruv. Don't be stupid looking at it like that. You're not Jeff Bezos. You don't come from privilege. You ain't got family that's going to be able to loan you, what, $1 million or something like that, bro. Like, just cool, just chill, all right? But at the same time, do you want to sign up to this 30 years of debt, pretty much? If you plan on working a job that's going to pay you through payee, are you prepared to have everything you earn over 27 grand pretty much be taxed at 9%? That you're never going to see that 9%. You got to think about these things. I don't regret my degree. I just don't think I needed it. I even hated when I was doing my delivery driving job, yeah, and I brought up the fact that I have an economics degree, yeah. Like, all the managers found out, and they started, like, you know, it's like they respected me more. It's like they were looking at me like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? I didn't like that. It's like, bruv, what? Why are you treating me differently now? What, you know, I'm not a stupid nigga now, yeah? Is that what it is? That's what it felt like. It annoyed me there, you know. I didn't like that. Like, don't assume, but having a degree does do that. If you enjoy that, that's for you. Me, I don't really tell people about it apart from online, you know, because me and you, like, we're transparent. But in real life, bro, even when family asking, I don't tell people that, because it's just, I just don't care to, right? It's not something I try brag about, all right? I don't think it's even brag worthy. But I'm going to reiterate one more time. How I see it is, if everybody else has it, everybody else is doing it, it's probably not what you want to do if you want to, you know, be at the top. You know, if you have huge aspirations, doing the thing that every single person tends to do usually that doesn't tend to be the way, you know? But that's just my way of thinking, you know? Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this situation in the comment section below. Do you think uni's a scam? What do you think? What do you think of this whole situation? I'd love to see the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.